that Holy Prophet ﷺ did not compile it in the form of a single book. This act was not performed by him in this way, as we need it now. But wallahi wa khair, I tell you, wallah, this act is a good act. This is the requirement of today. Although it was not required in the days of Holy Prophet, because Quran was continuously being revealed. And the process of abrogation, naskh and nasikh mansoos was going on. So this was not requirement of the time of Prophet, but it has become the requirement and necessity of our time. This is the basic principle given by Sayyidina Abu Bakr and Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma. Sometime if you ask us, oh, this act was not done by Holy Prophet or the companions, we say this was not requirement of that time. It has necessarily become an important act for our time. When we come on the subjects, when we finish the series of Bid'ah, inshallah, we will start after that the series on Mawlid. And I'll explain at that time with Dalail how this has become the need of our time, according to the Sunnah. So Sayyidina Umar said it. So Sayyidina Umar endorsed that although an act was not performed by Holy Prophet ﷺ, and it was not performed in his time, but we need to perform it. Wallahi wa khair. What is dalil? This is a good thing. So Sayyidina Abu Bakr says that Umar continued saying these words, Wallahi wa khair, Wallahi wa khair, Wallahi wa khair, hatta sharah Allahu li dhalika sadri, till Almighty Allah opened my heart. And the basic point that how we can do an act which Holy Prophet ﷺ did not perform in his time. So I was confused on it. So by repetition of these words, Sayyidina Umar radiallahu, finally I got the sharhus sadr and my heart got open. I understood the point that even Holy Prophet did not perform a certain act, yet still we can perform on the basis of dalil of khair, dalil of maslaha. Then they both went to Sayyidina Zayd bin Sabit radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He was a young companion, to ask him to compile the Quran in the form of a book. They both went to him and asked him, oh Zayd bin Sabit, we want you to become responsible and in charge of compilation of Quran in the form of a single book. Now they both went to him. I am quoting Sahih Bukhari. So same confusion occurred in the mind of Zayd bin Sabit. And he repeated the same question which Sayyidina Abu Bakr had already done. He said, Kaifa taf'alani shay'an ma lam yaf'alhu Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. O Abu Bakr and Umar, how can you perform a certain act which Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not perform in his lifetime? It means that this thought comes in the minds. But this is a confused thought. This is a confusion. Zayd bin Sabit was reluctant. He says, I was reluctant. But they both continued saying, oh Zayd bin Sabit, although Holy Prophet ﷺ did not perform it, he did not compile it in the form of a book which we need now, but wallahi wa khair, wallahi wa khair. By God, it is a good thing. By God, it is a good thing. They continue repeating. Then Zayd bin Sabit says, Falam azal uraji'uhu hatta sharah Allahu sadri. Lillazi sharah Allahu lahu sadra bi Bakrin wa Umara. They went on repeating the words, Wallahi huwa khair. Finally, Almighty Allah also opened my heart as He had opened the hearts of Abu Bakr and Umar. So let me tell very delicate point to you here. There are two stages of thought. One stage is pre-opening of heart. That is the stage of confusion. Prior to opening of heart, when your heart is not opened by the fadl of Almighty Allah, afaman sharah Allahu sadrahu lil Islam. فَهُوَ عَلَى نُورٍ مِّن رَبِّهِ. If Almighty Allah opens the heart of somebody for Islam, then he receives the nur from Almighty Allah. And when nur and light comes from divinity, from Almighty Allah in someone's heart, then all confusions are totally removed. And he becomes clear-headed. Then he gets the clarity of thought. If he does not receive the nur, his heart is not open. That's why Quran says, Alam nashrah laka sadrak. Quran mentions the opening of heart. It is very necessary to understand the teachings of Islam and to understand the reality of the divine commandments of Islam. Alam nashrah laka sadrak. Oh my beloved Prophet, we open your heart. That's why Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam requested Almighty Allah, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Before everything, please open my heart so that I may achieve the capacity and capability and ability and competence to understand the things in their depth, in comprehensiveness, in totality, so that I may receive the deep understanding of the thought. Only then, with clear heart and clear mind, I would be able to communicate the concept to the people in a right way. And if my heart is not opened, so I myself will remain confused. And if I am confused, how can I communicate the teachings of your divine commandment to the people? So he made a dua, Rabbi shrah li sadri. So there are two stages. One occurs before opening of heart. That is the stage of confusion. And when the heart is opened and you get the nur of Almighty Allah, sharhu sadr binurillah, then your confusion is resolved. So before opening of heart, Sayyidina Abu Bakr and Sayyidina Zayd bin Sabit both were confused on this particular point, whether we should compile the Quran in the form of a single book or not. What was the reason? Kaifa af'alu shay'an lam yaf'al bihi Rasulullah. Since Holy Prophet did not perform this act, so now performing an act which was not performed by Holy Prophet, whether it is right or wrong, whether it is permissible or not, this was a confusion in his mind. So when his heart got opened and he got the light from Allah, so he got the answer. Even it was not performed by Holy Prophet ﷺ, yet on the dalil of khair it is permissible. Same happened to Sayyidina Zayd bin Sabit. So those people and those scholars who say that meaning of kullu bid'atin dalala is that every new act which was not performed by Holy Prophet or in his days, or which was not performed in the days of companions, is bid'ah. And it is misguidance, and we cannot perform it. Those who say these words, they are yet and still in the stage of confusion. Their hearts are not open. They have been deprived from the nur of God. They are living in darkness. They are living in the darkness of misguidance. They are living in the darkness of error. They are living in the darkness of ignorance. Let their heart open. And inshallah, this series of lecture will open the hearts of thousands of people. Since they are confused, they are in the stage of confusion, and they have not entered into the stage of clarity. That's why they say that an act which was not performed in the days of Holy Prophet and an act which was not performed in the days of companions, it is not permissible. Yes, this thought does come in the mind, but it comes before opening of heart. When you are in the stage of confusion, and we are in the stage of nur of Allah, and we are in the stage of opening of our heart, we are out of the confusion. We think, although a particular act in its external form was not performed in the days of Holy Prophet, although was not performed in the days of companions, yet it is based on a dalil. And we will come to dalil afterward. This is a series of lecture. I don't want to mix everything in one talk. I will take every single minor point one by one. As I mentioned, not a single pebble will be left unturned, inshallah. We will come to dalil. So we say, although this act in its external form was not performed in those days, yet it is based on dalil of khair, on maslahatul khair, and it is substantiated by the dalil of love of Holy Prophet. It gets the dalil and evidence of the love of Holy